Hi,
Okay.
Kathryn. It's so good to sit down with you again. It's been a couple weeks. How have things been?
Good to see you too. Things have been restful and lovely. Thank you. How about you?
Um, a whirlwind, trying to wrap up this project of writing a sip by sip. So, yeah, what guess what were your takeaways from being in this project with me? It's
Well, a couple of things. Um, Let me start with the less personal first, which is, um, I work in agency level and government level policy and have struggled with agencies and policies for over a quarter century now as they keep seeing people's difficulties through the lens of neurotypical functioning,
Mhm.
expecting consequences to work, expecting logical explanations to convince somebody to do something,
Yeah.
and then being angry or disappointed when it doesn't work. And so all this time, I've been wishing that a book like this one would happen and get read um, by not only individuals like me that actually have this, but the people that are responsible for policy decisions and
Yes.
process decisions. And that, my hope is that reading this book is going to help people go, oh, all right, let's look
Yeah.
at this person or this population
Yeah.
through this lens and see if these supports can make a difference. So that's from the sort of macro
Yeah.
end. From the micro end, or me, um, eh, there's the process of learning about that I have it, which started 25 years ago. And there's the process of participating in this book, which is new. And so I've had a lot of time to absorb that, yeah, I've got a brain that works A, B, C, and D ways different,
Yeah.
and that I have to do, you know, A, B, C, and D things to keep myself running relatively smoothly. And even that doesn't always work. Um, but the act of telling you my story has been kind of even further internally organizing for me and affirming,
Yeah.
so that all those kind of loose ends of, geez, and I didn't do this, and I stepped on these toes over here, and I'm so sorry about this, all these years kind of had a chance to come back into the fold and get rewoven into this kind of a more of a fabric rather than tattered bits and pieces
Yeah.
floating around in my history. And the fabric was partly a function of your ability to listen. And given that you come with the personality that you come with and your experience and knowledge of fetal alcohol,
Mm.
it makes you a particularly effective and I have to say healing listener,
Oh,
really. And so that's a long way of saying there was some healing for me in sharing this story with you and having it heard so well.
oh, I, I am moved by, oh my, I never expected you to say all that. I'm very grateful and honored that collaborating on this project with you, um, has been so helpful and has been healing. Um, that is, that is gravy. Right, because my original intention was thinking of others, right? The folks out there. But for it to touch your life in a powerful way, I never dreamt that it would be used that way. But I'm so glad. I'm so glad and so honored to have been part of that process for you.
Well, thank you, and I think healing is what's going to happen when people read this book who themselves have been struggling with this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we have to always say this kind of thing is gonna look different,
And
at
everybody.
least somewhat for everybody.
Yeah.
But this kind of thing, I think, encapsulated by expectations that are very high or of normalcy that we don't always reach, and in some ways that are just baffling to other people and to ourselves. And
I
so
baffle my husband all the time, trust me.
yeah, you do. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, what a joy. And I'm so glad to circle around with you again. And thank you so much. And yeah, let's do some more good work together.
Well, yeah.
Like in our upcoming podcast.
Well, I was going to say that, but I figured I'd leave it to you.
Yeah. So that's and that is something that's coming from this project that really came out of left field, and I'm super stoked. So
yeah. So
right.
are we still
I'm going to stop recording right here.
Okay. Okay.